Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside of the Dome Gymnasium, where tonight we have another crucial AAC women's basketball matchup. The Rams search for their second win of the year, while St. Andrews travels from North Carolina in search of their first victory in the 2020-2021 season. Well, everybody, Bailey Engel on the call for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We are glad to have you with us. Well, the Rams, with a very disappointing loss their last time out, 68-73 against SAU, a game in which Bluefield College only hit 2 of 16 threes in that entire game, both of them coming from Emily Breeding. Kylie Meadows led the way for the Rams. The low post player scored 19 points for Rams in double figures in that game, but they still have to get it done from beyond the arc because they are a team that likes to stress that extra three-point shot. As for St. Andrews, they are 0-2 on the season, a couple of disappointing losses, including a 44-point thumping against Kentucky Christian, now faces a hungry Bluefield College team. Well, the last time we saw the Rams here inside of the Dome, they battled with Bernal the entire time, and then the Tigers just pulled away in the fourth quarter with a 75-65 win. Rams on the floor with Sierra Cook, the senior guard from Chesapeake, Virginia. Niala Curtis, the guard from Waldorf, Maryland, also joining her. Another senior to watch out for, Tiana Crockett, who feels like she's been here for such a long time, trying to make a difference today against St. Andrews. Morgan Wiley, who has been a spot-up three-point shooter. With her and Emily Breeding, two of the pure three-point shooters on this team. But you also have to look out for Sierra Cook in that regard. This is a team that can shoot the three, but that is why it just looked so out of character for them to only go 2 of 16. So there must have been a foul on Bluefield to start out the game, some sort of substitution error. And we already see a couple of free throws shot by Natalie Graham, the junior from York, South Carolina. And St. Andrews will get a point from that. So without the game even starting, we see St. Andrews take the lead. 1-0. Asia Palmore on the floor for St. Andrews, joined by a guard in Harmony Davidson. Destiny Cartrette getting the start, as well as Dominique Cook, the junior from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And the leading scorer in this game to start out at 1-0, Natalie Graham. Palmore and Curtis up to make the tip, and it goes the way of St. Andrews on a mistimed jump by Curtis. Over to the right side as Cartrette bounce it inside, and a walk called already. So the Rams get the ball off of a turnover. Remember, Bluefield College stressing the idea of defensive basketball, and when Corey Mullins keeps another team right around 50 points, it's going to be tough for the Rams to lose. Here's Sierra Cook at the right wing, passes top of the key. Wiley's open, swirls it home, and the Rams take the lead. Now moving up the floor, Cartrette, the junior, bounce it inside. Cook, what a good feed, but missed it. Palmore on the second chance, able to tie it up. So the Rams at 1-3 with consecutive losses to CIU as well as Bernal. Started out the season with a loss against West Virginia Tech, the lone win coming up against TMU. Curtis misses from 15 feet away. Cook inside, and Palmore can't get it. Entry lob just a bit too far for the freshman, and the Rams get the ball back. By the way, the clock now at 8:48. Cheerleaders in the building. Remember, no fans allowed inside of the Dome until further notice, with numbers skyrocketing throughout the country. Wiley misses. Great offensive rebound, and Curtis able to punch it off of the window. Always hear the Rams in their spread out bench saying D up, now trying to defend well against this struggling St. Andrews program. Able to force a bad shot there. Wiley. Here comes Crockett. Drives the baseline. No foul called. And it stays with Bluefield College. You're going to see that a lot in this game as well, with Crockett trying to push inside. Curtis trying to go to the line as well. 7:58 and counting left in the first quarter. Crockett with a good kick out. Wiley's wide open. Buries a three. Second one of the game for Morgan Wiley. And already the Rams have met the amount of threes they hit in the game against Columbia International. We're still in the first quarter. Cook, though, coming back on the other end for St. Andrews. Right back down to a 2-point game. Here's Sierra Cook. Wiley, who's got the hot hand. Crockett from downtown. Just a bit too short. Palmore able to get the easy rebound. Carteret crosses onto the lane. Dominique Cook. Whistle blows, and a 3-second violation already on St. Andrews. That's going to be on Palmore. Nobody ready to check in for Corey Mullins or Yvette Sparks' team. Head coach in her 6th season at the helm of the women's basketball program in Laurinburg. Comes Meadows, a leading scorer from a game ago. That pass was telegraphed. Here comes Graham to the rim, and she's blocked. Curtis put a whole palm on that and said, I'm not ready for your fast break. Natalie Graham has to go back on offense. 6:43 remaining. Top of the key, Cook's wide open. In and out. Good rebound. So St. Andrews comes up empty after the fast break. 6.5 to go, first quarter. Meadows on a shot fake. Finds Wiley, steps into a triple. Can't hit her third one of the game just yet. Rolls the clock down to 6:16. Bounce inside on Palmore. And a kick out to Cook. Meadows tried to reach inside. Added some defensive pressure and a jump ball called to see where the possession arrow points. And it points the way of Bluefield College in white. A couple of substitutes checking in for the Knights. Erica Pearsall as well as Randria Gamble. Switching hands left to right. Curtis trying to cut in. Wiley's wide open. Well, that was great ball movement, just couldn't hit the shot. Meanwhile, Spell with the offensive rebound. And the Rams reset with 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Another three. Too hard. After a hot start, Wiley has cooled off. Near side loads up. This is a three-pointer. That was Harmony Davidson coming off of the bench. Cook cuts to the left. .508 on the clock. And a walk called on Sierra Cook. A frustrated look, and I don't think a lot of the Rams can blame her. That was seemingly just a good head move. Comes Davidson. And a moving screen booked on St. Andrews. That's the first one in the game. First foul on Erica Pearsall. Rolls the clock down to 4:57. It has been a while since we have seen a basket made by either team. Wiley gets a break. Emily Breeding into the game, who hit the only 2 threes of the last contest. Here's Spell, the Idaho native. Curtis almost fumbled the crossover. Another walk. That's an unforgiving step. Another substitute in. And it's Brooke Bradford. Meanwhile, Natalie Graham returns into the game for St. Andrews. Only down by 2 with 4:42 remaining in the first quarter. And a new point guard as well for Yvette Sparks' teams. It's Cassie Armas. Curtis. Armas backing up. Now 10 on the shot clock. Step back. 16-footer ties the game. So the long offensive drought for both teams in this game ends with the long 2 from Bradford. Breeding for 3. Can't take the lead back for Bluefield. Rushing in to get the rebound that time for the Rams, Ayanna Struther. Tough pass and a turnover. Gamble tried to feed it on the far side for Armas and didn't connect. Swing it out on the right side. Well, the Rams are stressing, moving the ball around the perimeter. Not a lot of drives in so far. Breeding thought about the pro length 3. She drives. Another kick out. 7 on the shot clock. And draws a foul. Already the second foul. And both of them going on St. Andrews so far. That's on Cassie Armas, her first. Kylie Meadows back into the game. And the first time we're going to see Patience Parker for St. Andrews. And it's also the first time we're going to see a couple of foul shots in this one. Still tied up, and that rolled the clock down to 3 minutes, 21 seconds. And the Rams able to take the lead off of the seniors' free throw. And it's good. Both free throws made for Sierra Cook, and the Rams take the lead back with the cheerleaders in the building. No fans, but cheerleaders allowed in here, as well as the cheerleading coaching staff. Armas muscles up, a layup and missed. Cook in a foot race with the point guard. Be careful there. Swing it out, Breeding. Wide open. Good rebound for Parker. Down to 2:50 on the clock. Out of the corner, Armas. Graham from way out, missed the shot, but Struther goes off of her palm and onto the baseline with 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Drive in, good feed. That's a great move by Asia Palmore to tie the game back up. Got inside, and that's not an easy shot to make. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remain. Struther, swing it out, Cook. Drives. Too short. Armas trying to take the lead for St. Andrews with 2 minutes left. Still in the first quarter, of course. Here comes a 3. Bang! Nothing but net from Brooke Bradford. Timeout called by Corey Mullins with 1:53 left in the first quarter. St. Andrews has a 13-10 lead. Rams down by 3. It's 13-10 after the big three nailed by Brooke Bradford. And a trap. The Rams fall right into it in midcourt. Armas pumps a layup, rolls it home right out of the timeout. So Corey Mullins calls a timeout, and the Rams turn it over quickly. And a full court press for this winless St. Andrews program. They look tough today, and another steal. Natalie Graham waits for help, finds it in Palmore, spins, and scores. What a run. 9-0 run for St. Andrews at the moment. Rams led 10-8. Minute 5 left for this first quarter that needs to end for Bluefield College. Let's be serious here, but Spell miss a layup. Stick back, can't go. It's an offensive foul on Meadows. On a push-off, first foul on Bluefield, 9 minutes into the game. Morgan Wiley, Niala Curtis, and Crockett all check back in for Bluefield. It's going to be important just for the momentum of this game for the Rams to score to end this first quarter. And a defensive stop as well. The 10-9 point lead going into the second quarter is very hard to come back from. Armas. Graham turns around, finds Parker. 9 on the shot clock, 38 game clock. That's a good stop. Meadows through the hand up. The West Virginia native gives it back to Sierra Cook. Rams can hold, but there is a just about 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Crockett lost the ball, won it back. Step down to Meadows and draws a foul. She'll go to the line for a couple. So Kylie Meadows, 5'11" forward from Beaver, West Virginia. 15.8 left to go in the first quarter. That's a huge bucket. Free throw falls for Bluefield. So far, 3 of 3 to start out in this game. St. Andrews has shot 0 free throws in the first quarter. 17-12, shot clock off, 13 seconds remain. Now down to 10, handed off Parker. Parker backs up with 6 on the shot clock. Parker drives inside, found an open layup, got it to go, and the buzzer sounds with a 7-point lead for the Knights. We head to the second quarter. Patience Parker with a dime of a layup, and now it is 19-12. Welcome back, everybody. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Right now, the Rams trail 26-19 at the moment. Down by 7 with 6:18 left to go in the second quarter to St. Andrews. And a timeout burned by Corey Mullins. He has now 3 left. And right now, Rams trail by 7. Trying to fight back in this one with 6:18 remaining in the second. Welcome back, everybody. 6:18 left to go in this one in the second quarter. Rams are down by 7, 26-19. Drive inside, rejected by the underside of the rim, and Kylie Meadows able to wrestle it back, and the possession arrow points the way of Bluefield. So that's going to be big for the Rams as they move forward in this game. Can they keep up that defensive pressure? And we didn't see it at the end of the first quarter, right before the stream went out. High dribbles with the left hand, tipped in the air. Rams are dealing with that pretty tough outside of the perimeter defense. Can they penetrate in? There's a bunny for Wiley and hits it. Back down to a 5-point game, 26-21. Outlet up to Armas. Head fake, high dribble. Oh my goodness. Sierra Cook comes down with a defensive rebound. On a run coast to coast, here's Struther. Cook to the glass. Back-to-back great possessions for Bluefield now, only down by 3. They've trailed by as much as 7 twice in this game with 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. Cross over the free throw line, swing it out left wing. Rattles off a missed 3 coming from the guard and Destiny Carteret. 3-point game. Curtis for the tie. Can't get it. Meadows, great rebound, rolled off of her own head. This couldn't hold on to it with 4:55 remaining. Rattles off. Rams rebound, only down by 3. 4:37 left to go. Rams 1-3 St. Andrews looking for its first win of the season. Good screen. Curtis glides to the glass and makes it a 1-point game. That's a great screen from Meadows. Crossover. Able to hand it off on the far side. Carteret backs up with 10 on the shot clock, drives in, misses the layup. Lots of missed layups for both teams so far in this one. Here comes Cook crossing over down the lane. Offensive foul on a charge. A great idea by Graham to go back to the floor and forces a turnover. Just the first foul on Sierra Cook. Both teams with just 1 foul so far in the second quarter. Matter of fact, the only free throws for St. Andrews shot in the game were before for some sort of infraction on Bluefield, before the game even technically started. So the Rams started out this game down 1-0. Backs up, swinging over far side. Down low to Graham. Kick it out for Carteret. Bang! Needed that 3, went back up by 4. Full court press, getting out of it. Here comes Struther. Struther tries her luck inside and draws a foul. It seemed like that might have been the great idea from the start when Struther was wide open in the right wing. And it seems like Corey Mullins must have told his team something different to set up offensively. Meanwhile, that's the first foul on St. Andrews' Bradford. And the second team foul with 3:10 left in the first half. In and out for Struther. Good. 26 points for Bluefield, down by 3. 3:07. Inside. Turnaround. That's a dangerous pass, and the Rams made her pay for it. Sierra Cook finds an open Breeding to the glass. Yes, 1-point game. Great job by Sierra Cook facilitating that, and a good job by Breeding to cherry pick a little. Found herself open. Down to 2:45. Good swat away. That defense is building back up for Bluefield with Niala Curtis. Now finally for the Rams, down by 1. They've trailed by 7 a couple of times. Shot is missed. But Cook will go to the line after getting fouled. Second foul on Bluefield, first one on Strother. Halts the clock at 2:31. So the lone win for the Rams. A pretty dominant showing against Truett McConnell. As Cook misses. That was a couple of weeks ago. This game was originally scheduled for today. St. Andrews postponed it and then got it back to Tuesday. And the men's team, they'll play St. Andrews on Saturday. Strother on a head fake. Top of the key, Curtis. Drives. Misses the shot. See if they call it a shooting foul. Curtis seems to be setting up there, and it will be. So it's a foul booked on Cook. Her first, team third. Look at the wrist, and good to tie the game. All the Rams back on defense now, banking on the fact Curtis can make this. Now, so far, so good for the Rams at the free throw line. Taking the lead, 30-29 after St. Andrews surrenders what was a 7-point lead. Now the logo. Cross-court lob. Cook, and a 3-second violation. Once again, the whistle blows for Asia Palmore. The freshman has been booked for that twice already. Stopping the clock at 2 minutes. We're going to see a full court press, though, for St. Andrews. Strother finds Breeding to get out of the press. Tough bounce inside. And a jump ball, stripping it away from Brianna Poole. I think Curtis just tapped her head. She knows that's on her because that's a tough situation for Poole to inherit there. And a double team when there's a bunch of other players open. Pass on the far side, 10 on the shot clock. Defense starting to anchor down for Bluefield. Cartret from way out. Got the long two to fall. Boy, that was a good shot. Taking the lead back for St. Andrews now with 1:12 left to go in the half. Struthers stops. And the midcourt line, got to drive it up. Here's Curtis wide open. $15 on the shot clock, 57 game clock. Getting us a screen from Poole. Bounce it out, Strother. 5 in the shot clock. Cook rattles it home to take the lead. Bluefield used the entire shot clock to their advantage on that one. Tough bounce, top of the key. Curtis with a steal. Rams 2-on-1. Curtis feeds Breeding. And the Rams get the fast break to fall. St. Andrews wanted a walk. They won't get it. Shot clock is off and a 3-point lead for Bluefield. Down to 18 seconds. St. Andrews eyeing to keep this ball until the clock runs out in the first half. Cook lost the ball. Stolen away. Here's Sierra Cook with Breeding on the other end. Can't hit her second layup in a row, but she'll go to the line with 3.1 left in the first half. Good. 35-31 with 3.1 left. Rams storming back here in the second quarter. And rolls that one home as well. Trying to get back on defense with 3.1 left. And the pressure in. Here comes Carr. Tread and a foul called on Breeding. Stopping the clock at .5. There's literally a half a second left. It's the first foul. Luckily for Bluefield, they do not force St. Andrews to go to the line here with .5. Under pressure, the inbounds pass. Trying not to get an easy one. She's got her hands up. Stolen by Meadows, and that will end the first half. What a rally for Bluefield, ending on a run to end the second quarter, up 36-31 as we begin halftime here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Almost ready to start the third quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield able to rally back here in the second quarter and take the lead right back for the Rams. They're up 36-31. Bailey Engel on the call for you here. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It is 36-31, a 5-point lead. Well, there's been a good amount of lead changes, but I need to take a look at the scoring leaders. Morgan Wiley with 11 hit a couple of threes to start out in this game, but it's been a very balanced attack for both teams as the Rams go left to right in the white. Nyala Curtis has 5 rebounds. Sierra Cook with 2 dimes in this one. Morgan Wiley, the only player in double figures for Bluefield College. Asia Palmore has 10 for St. Andrews. Crockett on a head fake, drives to the rim. Great way to start out the third quarter. Perfect one, could say. 38-31, moving the ball around. That took 30 seconds, 9 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Out to the right wing. Swing it out for Cook. Step back, no. Here's a drive. Dominique Cook onto the basket. And another good shot. Well, we didn't see that a lot in the first half where the Rams, or the Knights for that matter, were driving inside. They were working outside of the perimeter. And I think that Corey Mullins, if they make an adjustment, that's going to be a huge one. Try their luck inside. As Sierra Cook, inside out. Good! Morgan Wiley, her third 3 of the ball game. 8-point lead for the Rams, their largest of the game, and forcing a turnover on the other end. Oh, Sierra Cook almost lost that ball. Nonchalantly got it in the backcourt. 8:35 remaining third quarter. Meadows sets up a screen. Crockett finds Curtis to the rim. Offensive foul. So for Curtis, I believe that's it's her first foul. And the team's first here in the third quarter. Rams lead by 8, eyeing their second win of the year. St. Andrews still winless, 0-2. Dealing with a lot of postponed games. It's been a while since we've seen the Knights in action. Backing up the guard, and Destiny Cartret using up a good amount of the shot clock here. Comes Cook. Drives in. Gonna get that shot to go. Palmore, offensive rebound, finding Cook. Air ball. And a good job by Crockett to box out and get that rebound. 7:45, third quarter. Curtis. And Sierra Cook. Cook lost the ball. Fast break opportunity for Cook. Meadows behind her, and Dominique Cook has all 4 points for St. Andrews in the third quarter so far. 7:25 remaining. Thanks for tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It's been a fun one so far, and it's been kind of neat to see the tenacity of Bluefield College. Can they hold, though, in the final 2 quarters of play? Meadows trying to post up. Not on the shot clock for Wiley. Curtis with a kick out for Crockett. Getting a bounce. No. Offensive rebound. Can't stick it. Rebounded by Graham and found Cartret. High dribbles for Cartret. Graham for 3. Swirls out. And an offensive foul. I'll just call it a foul either way on Palmore on the rebound over the back. That's her second. Rolling the game clock down to 6:43. We're going to have volleyball for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network tomorrow. Back-to-back days with action here at the Dome. Thanksgiving coming up next week. We got basketball Saturday, men's basketball against St. Andrews. First time we're going to see them this year. What a spin for Crockett. Spun again. I call it travel. Spin was too good to be true. Down to 6:31. Slight bounce to Graham. Not a big presence inside. If Palmore isn't there, won't matter for Armas. Oh, a scrappy point guard. 8-point lead for Bluefield, diminished down to 4. Meadows. Meadows for 3. Got it! And the right wing, a triple, sunk by the West Virginia native. Back to a 7-point game. Good job by Crockett to get a palm on it. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Corey Mullins making his team aware of that. Palmore kicks it out. Bradford missed the 3. And a foul on Curtis. Great job there by St. Andrews Graham. She gets shoved. Breeding and Struther return to the game. Sierra Cook and Curtis leave. That's the second foul on Curtis, both of them in the third quarter on the Rams forward from Waldorf, Maryland. Looking out top of the key. Graham misses front rim. Oh, they wanted that shot. They got what they wanted. Maybe it was a little bit too much contest on that to be a high percentage shot. 5:13 left to go. Emily Breeding finds Struther. Meadows switches hands, now to a double team. Needs some help, finds it, and Wiley off the glass and in. Good cut there by Wiley. 9-point lead, largest of the ball game for Bluefield College on a 5-0 run. Entry lob telegraphed by Breeding. Overthrew her on the fade route. Out to Struther. Breeding thought about it. Meadows. Now down to 4.5 minutes in the third quarter. Crockett to Breeding in the low post. Not the shot she wanted. Good job by St. Andrews defense. Can they answer on the offensive end, though? The Rams defense has been tough in the perimeter. Layup can't fall. Rolls the clock down to 4:10. Not a lot of patience for St. Andrews in the third quarter. Crockett with 9 on the shot clock, carries her way to the basket. Those shots are falling for Bluefield. Timeout called by Yvette Sparks. And no, I think that's Corey Mullins. Either way, the Rams lead by 11. It's 48-37 with 3:46 remaining in the third. Welcome back. 3:46 remaining in the third quarter. Rams enjoying an 11-point lead off of the layup made by Tiana Crockett. Oh, on defense, that's been the difference for Bluefield. These easy layups are not going for St. Andrews, who led by 7 at multiple points in the first half. Cook, way too hard. Rebounded by Breeding, has the speed. No help, tries on the basket. Well, Maybe not the most high percentage layup. Want to use some help there with 3:17 left in the third quarter. Still up by 11, though, for Bluefield. Graham was under the basket. Now down to 1 second, and the shot clock expires. That's the biggest defensive win for Bluefield in this game. Well, the frustration starting to mount for the Knights. Especially when the Rams have found their way out of this half-court press. And the entire defense settles back into the front court. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Now down to 8 seconds. Using up all the shot clock. Crockett gets fouled in the lane. Did not look pretty, but it won't matter. She'll go to the line. On Dominique Cook, that's her third foul. Leading scorer for St. Andrews in this third. Down to Crockett. Goes to the line. Really showcased a lot of athleticism here in this third quarter. Fortunately, can't make that first one. But the way Bluefield has been able to move the basketball inside of the perimeter and get a few layups to fall has been a complete difference in what we saw in the first quarter. Bit of the second quarter, you saw it a little bit as Crockett misses both. Davidson to the glass, no good. Went through the legs of Meadows. Armas loads up. That's a huge basket. It's an 8-point game, but a huge swing there when the Rams weren't able to get to the defensive rebound. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. 12 minutes in the game. Wide open Meadows. Can she finish? She sure can. Back to a double-digit deficit. And a minute 50 left in the third. Trying inside Davidson. Too hard off the glass. Rebound by the freshman. Reading across midcourt. Right wing. Meadows. Wow! Nothing but nylon on that one. Another three for the West Virginia native. 53-40. And a timeout called by St. Andrews. 13-point lead for the Rams after the big bucket from Kylie Meadows with a minute 24 left. Welcome back, everyone. Minute 24 remaining in the third quarter. It's 53-40 right now with a minute 20 left. Strother got a palm on it. Armas saved it for St. Andrews. Breeding fought the ball off of the sideline. And it goes to where the student section would be pre-corona times. Cheerleaders perched on the upper deck. No fans allowed for further notice here. The home of the Rams and the two Virginias. 10 on the shot clock. Drive in. Bradford finds Carteret. 5 in the shot clock. Now down to 4. Has to get it off. And that will be a shot clock violation. Second one of the third quarter on St. Andrews. Trying to press out of the midcourt. Crockett gets across the timeline. 50 seconds left to go before the third is over. Swarming defense. Morgan Wiley's open. Good from the baseline three. 16-point lead, and the threes are falling for the Rams. Now down to 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Back-to-back threes for Bluefield. Davidson, a bounce, and Bradford was not there. Shot clock now off at 25.7 seconds. Strother muscles to Wiley. Wide open, Crockett. Great ball movement. What a change this third quarter has been for Bluefield, defensively and offensively. Now down to 8 seconds. Backing up. Now down to 2 seconds. Spin it out. Davidson won't even get a shot off. The ball goes through the net, but it does not count. What a third quarter that was. It was 36-31. SAU held to 9 points while the Rams stormed back with 22 there in the third quarter. We're going to be back with a fourth here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Fourth and final quarter coming up here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams with 22 points in that third quarter, only 9 for St. Andrews. And they went into with a 5-point lead. There's an obvious backcourt violation. Rams get the ball right back, forcing the turnovers, forcing St. Andrews to get a bit creative. And unfortunately for the Knights, they haven't been able to suffice any points off of that. We saw Cook make a couple of layups to start the third quarter, but it's been all Bluefield here in the second half. Top of the key, backing up. Lost the ball. Wiley's fouled. And it's a foul on Harmony Davidson. Swing it inside, Spell. Able to underhand it right back to Breeding. Tough pass in the perimeter. Wiley bullets it up top for Curtis. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Shea Spell. Finds Wiley. An open Breeding at the buzzer. Too hard. And over the basket. Now Corey Mullins, if there's something to applaud there for that Bluefield offensive effort, it's the fact that the Rams were definitely very unselfish there, finding an open shot. And that was a good shot for Breeding. Rushed it a little bit too hard. Oh, wow, Palmer wide open. Rams fell asleep right there. And the defense that has been impeccable since the third quarter. Strother fought the ball back. Kick it out. No. Tipped under the basket and snagged by Graham. Finds Harmony Davidson. Loads up. Nothing but net there. That's a three to try to get SAU back into it. Only down by 13 now. And they only call it a 2. Wow. Had her foot on the line. It's a 14-point game. And a 5-second violation called on the Rams. That midcourt press coming to fruition for St. Andrews. And a timeout borne by Corey Mullins. 58-45, 8:14 left to go. Continuing in the fourth quarter here, Rams lead by 13 points, 58-45. Dominique Cook makes it 11, though. St. Andrews with a bit of life. I guess they did call that a 3, by the way. Originally, Davidson was only counted with the 2 on the official scoreboard, and then they gave her all 3. 9 on the shot clock. Wiley finds Crockett, spins, layup is good. Oh, Crockett has found just a sliver of space in a few instances here in the second half and has made St. Andrews pay for it. Loose ball in the right wing. Spell kicks it back to Crockett. Winning the race to the basket and missed the layup. Breeding able to get the offensive rebound, and everybody comes back for help. Well, 7 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in this ball game. Wiley. Crockett. Wow, another 3 for Bluefield. Remember, they only hit 2 in the last game against Columbia International. They are lighting it up here in the second half. 2 of 16 from beyond the arc against CIU, and only managed to lose that game by 5 points. Kylie Meadows into the game. She has a 3 as well. 63-47. Comes Struther. The point guard back in, and Sierra Cook. Rams are taking a long time to get across the timeline. They finally do. Wiley, 4-3. Another one falls for the Rams. 19-point lead for Bluefield. Onto the right side. Here comes Cook. Pass down low. Long shot, can't fall. The Rams get it back after Graham misses. Struther. Drive in, Sierra Cook missed the layup. Stick back, can't fall for Struther. Let's try it a third time. And now she's fouled. So 66-47, Rams only led by 5 at halftime. Ayanna Struther, first free throw, good. 20-point lead for the Rams. Largest lead of the ball game and counting. 5.5 minutes to play. Missed the second one. stuffed, and the Rams get it back. Comes Crockett, down the floor, and one. Count it for the Whitfield native. Everything's starting to fall for Bluefield now, 69-47. Rams trying their luck inside, and we're just 5 minutes away from the second win of the season. Second conference win as well. And completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Five minutes. Here's a three from Parker. Air ball. High bounce. Crockett didn't play it right. Offensive foul on Armas. Nothing going for St. Andrews. Moving the ball up the court. Great ball movement. Wiley can get past the defense of Parker. Trying to move out of the press, pull into the game now. Spins the ball top of the key. Wiley fought it back. Jump stop. Got a piece of the rim. And Armas flings the ball up the floor. Bradford. Good. Here comes Wiley. If you're just now joining us, a 22-9 third quarter in favor of Bluefield College is what has propelled it to such a large lead here, 21 points. And a foul. A high screen. Excuse me. That's just Armas throwing a hand in. Second foul on her. Third team foul for St. Andrews. And a timeout called on the floor. 70-49, 3:59 left to go. Welcome back, everyone. Rams lead by a lot, 21 points, 70-49. 3 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in this game. Drive over Crockett with a good bounce to Poole. I think that Crockett can really be considered as the best player in the second half for Bluefield. The way she has facilitated down low, she's played pretty tough defense on the other end as well, and forcing a tough shot there. Oh, Knights are just chucking it at this point. 3.5 minutes left to go, 72-49. That's a 23-point lead for Bluefield. Spell into the game. Breeding joins her. Meadows and Cook able to go to the bench, that socially distanced bench. Three minutes, 18 seconds. Breeding on the deck. Spin, swing at top of the key for Wiley. Drive in, pops the shot, and missed. Spell slaps the ball out of bounds. Rolls the clock down to 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Let's shoots from 5 and misses. Wiley's wide open now. Forced to pass down low that gets tipped out of bounds. And a lot of confusion there because that was definitely off of St. Andrews. I'm baffled there. I'd love an explanation for that. Of course, we're not going to get one, but at this point, it's not like that makes the game any faster. 2:45 left to go in the game. I mean, did they say they stepped out of bounds? Oh, okay. Drive in. Bradford walked. Two and a half minutes left to go in this game. 23-point lead for Bluefield College, cruising here in the second half. Hey, stick around. We have Corey Mullins for you right after the game for a post-game interview with the coach. Might want to talk about that missed shot. Poole was wide open. So once again, post-game interview with head coach Corey Mullins. Kind of a substitute from what we saw at Applebee's last year with the Bluefield College Coaches Show. We had those on every Monday before the pandemic. And Cook misses the first one. Kind of missed the customary Diet Coke that was already there. When I got to Applebee's, you make you feel like a king. Living the dream, folks. Living the dream as the second shot goes. Slapped out of bounds, and it goes the way of Bluefield College with 1:59 left to go in the game. Are they having a conference about where this is supposed to go? Well, they want 21 on the shot clock. Okay. I want to make sure that the shot clock is correct. Wiley down to Poole. This time it falls. And the support of that Rams bench pretty evident there. 24-point lead. Here comes an outlet to Cook. And now she lets it fly down. 74-52. Still a dominant showing for the Rams in this game. Wiley. Swing it down to Poole. Back-to-back layups go for Poole. Not a lot of offense, not a lot of defense played in these last couple of moments. That ball hit the rim, I think, on a pass. Here comes Breeding. Crossover, lost it. Rolls it free to Spell. Swing it down to Poole. Missed that shot. Strother, no. 1 minute remaining in this game. Inside, lost the ball. Strother fought the ball back. No whistle at all. Here comes Spell running the point guard. And you can't keep going in this game without that. Being called, and now Strother is down. And a collision there brings us to a break at 43.1 seconds left. She had a mean collision on the back end as well. This one obviously had to be called. We take a break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So Strother taking off. Seems to be getting a much-needed breather after that collision with 40 seconds left. Rams lead by 24. Comes Breeding. Swing it into Wiley. 10 seconds. Pass inside to Crockett. Lost the ball. Shot clock will be off now with 27.9 remaining, but what a convincing second-half performance by Bluefield College in this game. Down to 22 seconds. Cook in the left block. Swing it out. 3. Bradford misses. Rebound Cook. And a pivotal foul called with 16 seconds left. Now, to be fair, it did look like she was shoved there by Poole. She'll go to the line for a couple. We never saw either team go into the bonus. No, unless St. Andrews fouls coming up here because they have 4 fouls. This the second, 76-53. Crockett out of the press. There's a double team, no foul. Crockett turns around. She's going to hold the ball and hold the win. Rams win this one in convincing fashion, 76-53. The final score, and improve to 2-3 on the season. We'll step aside and be right back with the post-game interview with Corey Mullen, so stick around. But final score on this one, 76-53.
The kind of block.
All right, sitting here with the head coach, Corey Mullins, after a very convincing win here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Final score 76-53. Coach, what'd you make of that game?
Well, you know, we had a rough go at it last week. Played 2 really good teams, both really athletic, and unfortunately came up short both times last week. So, you know, challenging ourselves. We've sat down in the locker room. We've kind of outlined on the board, you know, what all goes into a good win for us, and what does it mean to play Bluefield way. And so, you know, it's we weren't perfect tonight, and we were really slow to start, and that's something that we're going to have to figure out because teams are going to take advantage of it. Of that, but I was really proud of how we responded coming out of halftime, out of the locker room, and we're able just to take one possession at a time. I'm not exactly sure what our field goal percentage was in the third quarter alone, but the third quarter it seemed like we got really good possessions, which led to high percentage shots, and definitely some girls stepped up and made some plays for us, so it was awesome.
Well, I think I noticed that in the third quarter as well. Morgan Wiley led the Rams in scoring with 22 points, but I want to talk about Tiana Crockett because those 14 points, you talk about high percentage shots. It seems like you guys were able to drive in a little bit more and find those easy layups. What changed for the Bluefield College team in there?
You know, last week, Bailey, when we took a look at the film against Bernal, in the possessions that we took the shot clock under 15%, under 15 seconds, we shot 66.7% from the field, 16 to 24 in those possessions.
Wow.
And we were 10 of 42 in the other possessions where we were shooting quickly. And so I think just our comfort level and our confidence in getting to the last 10, that's when those driving lanes open up, when a defense has to sit down and guard for 15, 20 seconds, and they get tired. And it's not easy to guard for 20 seconds. That's why we really focus on it on the defensive end. But I think that's what we were getting in the third quarter, patient looks and really good offense, and everybody gets a chance to score when you play that way. So I was really proud of our execution in the third quarter especially.
Well, it also is a huge difference from beyond the arc. You only hit 2 3-pointers against Columbia International. And I'm checking the stats here, folks, not checking my text message. You guys hit 9 of them in this game.
Yeah.
You talk about high percentage shots. It's still very tough to be able to go from 2 to 9. Was that something you guys stressed in practice all week?
Well, I asked a buddy of mine, I said, there's 4 areas that we didn't really do well against CIU, and shooting was one of them, 2 of 16, and where would you start? And he said shooting. And I agree with him. That's something you can control. We honestly only had 1 practice. We thought this game was going to be played tomorrow at St. Andrews, and so the shots that we were supposed to get up last night, we didn't necessarily get up. But, I'm really happy for Morgan. And 22 points is amazing. That's obviously probably her career high. And I'm glad for her because she is definitely a really good asset to our offense because we've got players that can drive and make plays for themselves, and then also she can benefit from receiving the kickouts for 3. So I was really proud of her. And Kylie stepped up and hit a few for us as well. So having a big that can step out and face up, and then Tiana hit a big one down here on the wing to kind of build that lead. So it was great, man. Good. Hopefully we can average 9 threes a game for the rest of the season, and we'll probably be in a different situation than we are right now as far as the wins and losses. So.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Final score in this one, 76-53. He's Corey Mullins, the winning head coach in this game. I'm Bailey Engel, and we're saying so long from Bluefield, where the Rams win this one in convincing fashion by 23 points.
Thanks, Bailey.